Do we see Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis again? And I'm
gonna be honest. I think we have to.
You do? You do?
We have to, because for whatever reason. I mean, listen. I never questioned his injury. I never questioned because this Tank punching him.
Yeah.
If Tank hit me in my ankle, I'm getting an amputation tonight. You know, I'm gonna walk around with a kickstand. You know. What I'm saying is, I think Ryan has the ability, if his team or whatever put this fight together again, to close it out the right way, either through victory or defeat.
Yeah. I think the funny thing is there's clearly like 3 fighters ahead of Ryan in line. You know, Devin Haney, of course, Shakir Stevenson, of course. I know Tio's got what's his name soon? What is that? Josh Taylor. He's got Josh Taylor soon. But I think that there's quite a few people ahead of Ryan, except for Ryan, if he comes back strong, will still bring that audience and bring that money, which could actually help benefit him. I think that's what got him the first fight. You know, the fact that I think we for the sake of ours, we knew what level he was on, but we were still kind of with smoke and mirrors in a lot of ways because of the opposition that he had been in the ring with, and because he's a really good talker. And I think a lot of us were still kind of like holding out like, hey, what is going to happen? I know I've been saying that this was 50-50 forever. You talked about some of the things you go back into your old habits, the things you do habitually. That left hook, it's a beautiful punch on the right person. Tank ain't the guy, because you went back to it and that became what I'm going to get him with, and it was swing and miss, swing and miss, swing and miss, So I think he's got a little bit of a road to go until he gets back into the ring with Tank. I think that it could be interesting to see him get back in the ring with Tank. I think if Tank did have a rematch with anybody that he's fought before, it would be Ryan. I don't think it's anybody else.
Pitbull.
I think that's the one everybody wants to see.
Well, let me ask you this about Ryan real quick.
That's Mayweather Canelo.
Yeah.
It was just bad timing for Canelo. Oh well.
Let me ask you this about Ryan real quick. Do you think Ryan took this fight too fast? You think he should have waited a little bit to take this fight?
It is what it is. Seems like he was out to get something. Hopefully he got that. Obviously it seemed like he was out to prove something. I think in a lot of ways he failed at being able to prove what I think he was trying to prove to everyone. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think he, again, a lot like when what's that kid's name? Shoot, now I'm missing both their names. Ramos got in the ring with just a couple weeks ago. It was what's his name?
Spencer.
Spencer, yeah. When Spencer got in the ring with Ramos, and he said he was doing it for respect. I think a lot of the reason for him wanting to get in the ring with Tank was just for respect. And at the end of the day, respect don't pay the bills.
Well, that's a good point. However, I don't think at this point in Ryan's career, he really, I admire him for taking a challenge, but I don't think that he really needed that fight for respect, because he was already respect. He's on a whole nother level with guys his level.
He wasn't respected by the boxing community.
I agree with you there.
He wasn't respected by the boxing community. And I don't think that the boxing community, I still think there's a big gap in terms of the people in the boxing community who respect him opposed to those who don't. I think more people don't, simply because of how this fight ended. If anything, people lost respect for you, but it makes for that fairy tale comeback, even if it's not Tank, but he goes on to do some amazing things and, kind of wow us, for the sake of words, and make us a lot like with Pitbull. Pitbull, everybody's like, yo, we want to see Pitbull and Tank again. Maybe, even if we don't get Ryan and Tank again, but we get people saying, well, I actually want to see what Ryan can do with him now. We may never get it, but then that level, that respect that he was looking for, I think eventually it'll go up.